Hey everyone, it's Albie. Welcome back to my channel. If you've noticed, I've been away for like 2 weeks. I've been really sick with a sinus infection. I was tested for the other stuff and that was negative, so I'm glad that came back negative, but still been really sick with a sinus infection and had laryngitis literally from all the coughing, so I wasn't literally able to film anything. So I'm glad to be back. Sorry, my voice is still getting there, so if I like cough or have to get water, you know why. I wanted to go ahead and start filming some videos today. I've really starting to feel a lot better, and I've missed filming and talking about books with all y'all. So I thought I'd start with my February wrap-up. Hard to believe it's already March. The years go by fast and the days go by slow. That's how it seems for me. So I didn't get a lot read this month. I was really sick and I just don't really feel like reading. So when I'm sick, I don't like to read. I get migraines. And I read 4 physical books and 2 ebooks. So the 2 ebooks I read were, let me see if I can get it. I actually have my, I read them on my Kindle Paperwhite, but you know, it's black and white, so you can't really see the vibrancy of the covers well. So this is just my my tablet. Sorry, I had stuff falling. Credence by Penelope Douglas. And then the other ebook I read was Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. And I will be filming my review on this book. I've read this book and finished it. This is the last book I read in February, and I read it, finished the book on February 12th. I didn't read the book since. And yeah, so starting with, let me go ahead and go through the other books. So the next book, my traditional published books were The Heiress Gets a Duke by Harper St. George, The Cast by Danielle Steele. Of course, here's Danielle. Uprooting by Susie Carr. I don't know why I should back. And The Roommate by Rosie Danan. I always have to look at the names. So yeah, I had some really good books this year and this month, and some really books this year. Surprisingly, or I guess surprisingly, my least favorite books that I read this month, I'm gonna have to turn my fan on, it's kind of hot. It's, and I'm in the South, and so it's like, it's starting to get hot, and my room is sort of like an attic. It's above a garage and everything, so I might have to have my fan on. But I did not like Credence. And I really did not like Darling Venom. So the things about Credence I didn't like was the whole plot of the story, in my opinion, was just waiting for the female lead, the protagonist, to turn 18 so that she could have sex with her her basically low-key family members, her step uncle and step cousins. It's sort of, some people called it reverse harem. I just called it icky. You know, I don't like to yuck someone's yum, but the story just wasn't there for me. I mean, there's definitely some trigger warnings. I have a full review on this book, so check out the trigger warnings. There's, I know, suicide and attempted rape, in my opinion, and some other ickies as well. But you know, when the whole plot revolves around the character turning 18 so people can have sex with her, that's what I felt the plot was. I don't know. And I also had this weird like Twilight energy to it. I guess I read Twilight when I was in high school. I think most people of like the elder Gen Z and young millennials, I don't know how it works, did as well, or middle school. I actually was going to read it in middle school, and I was told I couldn't, but I don't know. But it just had that sort of taboo and almost erotic feeling to the writing. I don't know if it was just me, But I found it very interesting that the book used the phrase cocked a lot. So they cocked a lot of eyebrows. And I was wondering subversively if the author used like cocking of the eyebrows or something like that. Was just like to get like you thinking of genitalia. I don't know, maybe that was just me, but I just felt like there was a lot of cocked eyebrows in this story, and I just thought, are they doing this to make you think about what's going on in the story subversively? I don't know. Subversive, if it's subversive, can it be predetermined? I don't know. But I just didn't like Credence that much. But ooh, I did not like Darling Venom. This is by Parker S. Huntington. Did not like this story. So I saw this story mentioned on I think her name's Amanda. She's got the messy bun. She's really popular on TikTok. And she was reading about like the one scene in the story that's actually spicy. And I was like, ooh, that sounds, interesting. I might read that book. And so I did. And ooh, this book was long, y'all. It was almost 700 pages. I read it really fast, which either it means I loved it or I was ready to get it over with. And I was ready to get over with. I was ready to start something new, but I never ended up doing that. But did not like the story. Tons of trigger warnings in this. So we have death of parents, suicide, teen suicide, depression, drug abuse, absent parent, just triggers galore. I will try. I don't even know if I want to film a full review on this. I might just do this as my review. So yeah, I read Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I just like it so much I don't really want to film a video on it. I don't know if I will. I might for content, but I didn't like it. And I don't really want to promote something I didn't like, I feel like that's kind of hurtful for the author. But the story was just very long, and I didn't really care about the characters. Yet again, I liked the sort of villainous guy the most, and he had the most interesting story to me, but they never dwelled on that. They just kept with the female lead who was sort of whiny and just annoying. And there was a subplot that took over the whole plot. The romance was just not there. There was one funny / sexy spice scene, and that was like on page 150, and that's like 500 more pages left. And the whole reason I bought this book and read it was for that one scene. I thought that scene was going to be a continuous theme, and it was just that one thing, and I was like, oh, that's not that fun. So the male lead is gynecologist, so there's like sort of gynecologists playing this, which that was part of the story while everyone was reading it, was for the oopsgasm. Not to spoil, but that was pretty funny. It's, I guess, spicy, but just not enough to carry on the rest of the story. So Darling Venom, I didn't like it. I also was kind of lackluster about The Heiress Gets Seduced by Harper St. George. I really didn't even know in this book who the female lead was. I mean, we have August Crenshaw, but really, I think it was either her friend or her sister Camille was kind of stealing my heart for interest level. August I didn't find to be interesting. The Duke wasn't anything there. I mean, this was a trope of like he's like basically engaged to her little sister, and she's like, no one's getting my baby sister. So she pretends to court him and like tries to piss him off, sort of, and he falls in love with her. And I mean, that trope is done, and it's done a lot better than this book. So hate to say it, I didn't like this book. I think I gave it 3 stars. The Cast by Danielle Steel, it was okay. I mean, I feel bad because the last couple books by Danielle Steel, I'm like, ooh, I haven't really loved. There's some I've really liked. There's of my top favorite books of all time. But The Cast, not so much. It was okay. I like that the female heroine, was her name Kate Whittier. I like that her character was like 50. Was she 53? Does it say in here? She's in her like early to mid 50s, and I like that she wasn't perpetually like 28 to 32. I think I said in my review, so many characters, whether they're male or female, but particularly female, are like 28 to 32 max in a story, or like 25 or whatever. And I like that Danielle Steel is an author that always, or not always, but she does write about women in different points of their lives, whether it's this, like a saga story where she's had a character from like childhood to like late years or death, etc., or the female lead of her story and the whole arc of the story takes place when the character's in her 50s, 40s, 60s even. I like that. There's another book I read by Jennifer Weiner. She wrote In Her Shoes, which was a movie with Cameron Diaz. That's how most people know her. I think it was called like Fly Away Home or Home Sweet Home. And that was a really good book. And that character was, I think, in her 50s, maybe even her 60s. And she was like the wife of a senator. And the senator got, of course, caught with like a 20-year-old. So it was like sex scandal. And so she basically goes to their like Hamptons house and just tries to find herself after she's been kind of subserving herself to her senator husband for like 30 to 35 years of marriage. So that was a cool story as well. So the last two books I'll talk about were my favorites of the month. I loved Uprooting by Susie Carr. This is a lesbian sapphic romance. It's contemporary. It has two characters. I have to find them. Harper Ray, who's a musician, and Ivy, and she's considered a green witch, which I guess I never really caught that in the story, but like, I guess there's like black witch, which is like evil magic, I guess, and white witch, which is good magic. I think Stevie Nicks considers herself a white witch, and a green witch, I guess, is one with herbs and like not potions, but like remedies, medical remedies. I think if you think of Practical Magic, I think Nicole Kidman's character was a green witch, I'm pretty sure. I like Practical Magic. That's a good movie. But I really like this story. What I like about Susie Carr's romances is that they're always a positive story, and they're really sweet romances, and the characters might face challenges, but they overcome, the odds that are set against them. And they're just really sweet romances. They're very natural and organic. They don't ever feel forced. I've read 2 by Susie Carr so far, and I have one more I'm looking forward to reading very soon. And I just love that the romances aren't looked down upon, or like they're not depressing stories. When I took gay and lesbian literature in college, my professor like talked about this was, and I took this class probably maybe 10 years ago or 9 years ago, hard to remember, but around that time. And sapphic and romances, one, weren't really marketed as much, and they weren't in the forefront like these are best-selling. And I know Erica Ridley did The Perks of Loving a Wallflower, which is a historical sapphic that I read and reviewed. You can check that video out. And there's been some more, and especially there's been some like bi nature on Bridgerton. I don't know if Benedict will be bi, because I love Sophie. She's my favorite Bridgerton wife. So, although I wouldn't mind like Tommy Dorfman or someone playing Sophie. I don't know. We'll see what Netflix does. But anyway, I love that these are just happy. They're almost I don't want to say Hallmarky, because I think that gives the wrong opinion, but they're like that feel-good nostalgia that you get from like a Hallmark romance or Hallmark Christmas. This isn't a Christmas, but you just get that like really sweet, genuine story, which I like in Hallmark movies. I love Hallmark movies. I don't watch them I know they come out every Saturday. I don't watch them every Saturday, but I pick and choose. I know there's been some really interesting ones I've been looking at, but I love this one. I love Susie Carr's writing, just really fresh writing, and these are fairly short. This is like 250 pages, so pretty short. You can get this on Amazon. I bought the physical copy, which is about $12, and I think the ebooks are like $3.99 or $4.99. And don't forget, with Amazon, you can do delay shipments. Like your packages, do them delayed, like, you know, like a couple days, and you get credit. I delayed a couple packages I got recently, and I have currently $11.50 in digital credit on Amazon, so I can use it towards a movie or a TV show that I want to buy, or ebooks. So I mean, I have basically $11.50 to buy books or movies, just because I didn't need stuff delivered on Tuesday. I could wait till Saturday and I get $1, $1.50, $2 sometimes. You know, that stuff adds up, and I like to save money so I can buy stuff. So yeah, if you don't know about the Amazon delay shipment, if you don't need it, like stuff I didn't need and I wasn't even in town for some of it, and just delayed it and got basically $12. Yeah, I like doing that. This was my favorite book of the month. These two were, but this one I really, really liked. This one I gave 6 stars to. So far, the 2 books that I've hanging up 2 fingers, 6 stars are The Bastard's Betrayal by Katie Robert, and then The Roommate by Rosie Danan. This is a book I wish I could reread again. I loved it. It's a roommate / friends to lovers, not really enemies, I'd say they're friends to lovers. Some taboo-ness, because he is a porn star and she's a straight-laced sort of Manhattan princess. It doesn't really say that, but I get the vibe. And I just love this story so much. And yeah, I like that she didn't want to change him. She didn't want him to stop his career, because he's like the #1 porn guy and sort of like a feminist porn icon or something, for like putting women first in his scenes. So I just loved this story. Just such a fun romance. It was very unique, and I just like the story. And I know the author wrote another one, The Intimacy Experiment, I think, and that one's a little taboo because it's a rabbi, which I know priest romances were big. Like last summer and fall, everyone was reading Priest by Sierra Simone, and then Sinner or something like that. There was a trilogy. But yeah, I really loved The Romance by Rosie Danan. So yeah, this was my let me get it all up. My February wrap up. Sorry, my brain's still foggy. And of course I had my 2 ebooks, but Darling Venom and Credence, so maybe skip those unless you want to. But I really loved The Roommate, and I also loved Uprooting by Susie Carr. So these would definitely be the 2 I would say check out if you're looking for fun new books. Love them. So everyone, I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as comment. And don't forget, I did update my name. Some videos I've already pre-recorded, so it still says my old username, but I felt like no one really knew what my channel was, and I'm hoping to grow it more and get more subscribers, and have more conversation and talk more about books, and maybe do a book club. I don't know, we'll see. But just have more fun. So follow me on YouTube, TikTok, excuse me, and what's the other one? Instagram, at Albie Reading Romance. That's my name, Albie, and then Reading Romance. I think on YouTube it's separated, Albie Reading Romance, and then on TikTok, excuse me, and Instagram it's all together. And then my Goodreads is Albie, and I think it says in quotes, Albie Reading Romance. So I don't know if you can search like that, and if I come up, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I hope to see y'all soon, and I hope to film more videos soon. Bye everyone.